What's up YouTube, Jock217 here, and we are back with another Kingdom Hearts Top 10 Countdown. So we've been through the longest boss battles, and we've been through the cheapest and most broken things, but now it's time to talk about another big topic that I'm sure every Kingdom Hearts fan agrees is important when it comes to these games. Game mechanics. Yeah, I'm sure we can all agree that game mechanics are what makes Kingdom Hearts a great game today. Some of these game mechanics we are actually glad that Square Enix came up with the idea to put in these games, and we are glad to this very day that they even made it in some of these games, whereas others, not so much. So, in this video I'm going to talk about what I believe are the top 10 worst game mechanics in the whole entire series. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about glitches. Glitches, for the most part, are just there. Like, they're just there for show, they're just there to make a game good, and they're just there. They serve you no harm or anything like that. They're just there. They don't make the game bad to play. And hell, some of these glitches even help you. I mean, how many of you were just as shocked as I was when you can find out that you can skip the whole entire Cavern of Remembrance and still get the crown without fighting any of the data battles? I know I was. So yeah, glitches don't really count as a bad game mechanic. They're just mainly there, and most of them are hard to pull off anyway. I still have yet to pull the whole entire Cavern of Remembrance skip myself. How other people have managed to do it is beyond me. And finally, I am completely 110% aware that in some Kingdom Hearts games, it is just nearly impossible to make some enemies flinch. Now, even though this does get annoying, I'm not gonna count that as a bad game mechanic either, because I think what Square Enix was doing when they made some of these enemies unflinchable is they were trying to show off how powerful your command systems can be. So I think that's why most of these enemies in both Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance are pretty much near unflinchable. So even though it is annoying that some enemies are indeed unflinchable, I'm not going to count that either. So without further ado, let's get started then, shall we? These are, in my opinion of course, the top 10 worst game mechanics in Kingdom Hearts. You know, after playing Birth by Sleep a shitload of times, there's only one game mechanic really that really bugged me. And that is what you saw right there. Whenever you use a command and get interrupted, that command is completely 110% wasted. I mean, sometimes you'll be able to connect with the command before you get hit, but most of the time you'll get hit before you're able to use it, and it's completely wasted and you have to wait for it to charge up all the way. The only reason why this isn't higher on the list is just because of the simple fact that by now, at this point of the game, most commands that we use end up one-shotting monsters anyway, or we just heavily rely on command styles. And most of the time whenever we get hit, we can usually just dodge roll away and heal ourselves anyway. So even though this is an annoying game mechanic, it's not really that big of a deal. So for that reason alone, that is why this game mechanic makes it at number 10. Just so you guys know, I have just bought a 3DS capture device today. Now all I have to do is simply play the waiting game, unfortunately. So until then, crappy DS footage recorded straight from my phone will have to do. I'm sorry guys, I just really love that song. Anyway, I'm all for limiting us when it comes to video games so that way we don't break the game, but this is just overkill right here. I mean, this panel system is just terrible. I mean, like I said, I get that we have to be limited, but not this limited. I mean, if the panel system was made just for like special abilities or maybe special keyblades or certain magic, then okay, I wouldn't complain as much. But no, this panel system is your everything in this game. you have to level up via the panel system. You have to equip your Keyblade by the panel system. You have to put your items in the panel system, your magic in the panel system, everything panel system. That is just ridiculous. I mean, sometimes I want to fight some battles being at high level while having a strong Keyblade and not being limited to magic. Which reminds me, yes, you have a certain amount of magic to use in this game. So say for example you only put one fire in the panel system, guess what? You can only use fire once throughout your whole entire mission unless you decided to bombard your panel system with ethers. But you're not gonna do that because you want to fill up your panel system with nothing but like level up panels or other spells or heal spells or other abilities like dodge roll, auto dodge, aerial recovery, payback fang, auto life, you name it. So what really sucks about this panel system is that you are just really limited, and it sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, this panel system just really sucks because you are just way too damn limited. Now, why is this at number 9, you may ask? Because fortunately for 358 out of 2 days, most of the bosses in the main storyline are pretty easy to handle. Unless of course you're fighting this asshole. I can guarantee you guys right now that if we weren't so goddamn limited by the damn panel system, this asshole would be 10 times easier than what he actually is. But like I said, the only reason why the panel system is at number 9 is because of the simple fact that almost every single boss in the main storyline is pretty easy to handle, and you can usually get away with just hammering the attack button and healing when you need to in this game anyway. Like I said, the only boss that really will give you a hard time is this asshole right here. So for that very reason, the panel system is at number 9. Ooh, I see a card, gimme! God damn it! I'm sure we've all been annoyed by this on more than one occasion. While we are playing this game, we're walking around, attacking bushes, and going looking for cards, and once we finally find a card, we run into battle, and then we have to end the battle, and by the time we end the battle, the card disappears forever. But wait, there's more. If you happen to touch the card, and then get into a battle immediately afterwards, and just before the value shows on the screen, guess what? You didn't get that card at all. Who the fuck came up with that idea? I really do love Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, and I am so glad that they gave us the option to skip cutscenes. But there was one thing that I really hope that they would fix, and that is the fact that you can't open any chests during battle, or examine anything during battle either. Now normally, during a regular playthrough, this wouldn't be a problem at all. We could just destroy all the villains real quick, right? Sure, that's no problem, right? Yeah, normally that wouldn't be a problem. But there are some people, like myself, that actually do love to do level 1 runs, and because of that fact, we have to simply take our sweet ass time to destroy every single Heartless in the whole entire area, and sometimes that'll take a good 30 minutes. I can't even tell you how much of a pain it was to collect all of the Dalmatians in my level 1 run when I streamed it. I think when I streamed it, it took me like a good hour and a half just for me to finally get all the damn Dalmatians just so I could get Airaga. Thank fucking God that they fixed this in all of the future Kingdom Hearts games. Otherwise, this would have been 10 times more annoying, and this would have put it in a place that deserves to be a lot higher on this countdown. But due to the fact that most people like to do regular runs and we can kill Heartless in like less than 30 seconds anyway, that is the reason why it is barely at number 7 and not at number 4. As much as I love Kingdom Hearts 2, there is 2 game mechanics I did not like about it at all to this day. Here is the first one.
goes! Here goes! Why won't you die?
I'm sure I am not the only one that has been annoyed by that little mechanic in this game. I mean, why the fuck do we have to do a finisher on the enemy just to actually beat the battle? I mean, that is ridiculous. In the first Kingdom Hearts game, all we had to do was land a hit and they die. But in here, for some completely illogical reason, all of your attacks on the boss have to be either a finisher or a combo modifier like upper slash. That is fucking bullshit. What the fuck were you thinking, Square? Why did you come up with that? I mean, this was very, very, very annoying, and a huge downside to this is that while you're trying to finish off an enemy, sometimes your combo would be interrupted by somebody else if it's a mob battle, or maybe they'll teleport in the middle of your combo and then you have to start your combo all over again, and the battle will take even longer, and if you end up getting hit by a really powerful enemy, you could end up dying anyway. So yeah, this shit was actually very, very, very annoying to me, despite the fact that I really do love this game. In fact, it's my favorite Kingdom Hearts game of them all. Now, why is this not higher, you may ask? Because, like I said, there are ways around this. You can do combo modifier abilities such as upper slash, or you can do limits such as Trinity Limit or any of the other limits you use with your friends, or you can use magic spells. But most Kingdom Hearts players who play this game casually mostly spam the attack button anyway, and they rely on their physical attacks to finish off enemies. So yeah, this game mechanic was very, very, very annoying, and it is just really, really bad sometimes. But since you can actually loop your way around it by using magic or limits, that is why it is at number 6. Crap, I really need to heal. Okay, well, I've got two Mickey Mouse cards, so once I use them, I'll be fine.
Darkness!
God damn it! Please tell me that I am not the only one that got annoyed by that. And for those of you that don't know, the only way to heal when you play as Riku is by using Mickey Mouse. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, but there is one problem with this. In order to activate Dark Mode, you need to rack up a certain amount of Dark Points, and to do that you either take damage or you card break the enemy. And sometimes you'll accumulate so many goddamn points to where you card break an enemy when you try to heal and you end up turning into Dark Mode instead. That is fucking bullshit! Now, if Riku actually healed when you turned into Dark Mode, then this wouldn't be a problem. But nope, since Square Enix decided to be a huge dick, we have to suffer with Dark Mode. Like there isn't anything else wrong with this game already. What the fuck, Jock? You hate Flow Motion? Why? No, don't get me wrong. I love Flow Motion. I love every single thing about it, except for one very, very crucial thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at it in slow motion. You guys see that right there? I dodge rolled into a wall and I triggered Flow Motion. That is very, very, very annoying. And it will definitely impact you in some of these fights out there. In fact, most people trigger Flow Motion by jumping up in the air and sliding into a wall. I can't think of one person out there that does trigger Flow Motion by simply dodge rolling in a wall. In fact, dodge rolling into a wall should not trigger flow motion, because then that completely destroys the whole purpose of dodge roll and you end up getting hit anyway. So yeah, trust me, this game mechanic is very, very, very annoying, and it can end up killing you, especially when you're fighting bosses like Julius. Alright, Demyx, you're pissing me off. Wisdom form! Son of a bitch! I know for a fact that I am not alone when it comes to this game mechanic right here. For those of you that don't know what this is by now, pretty much anti-form is a quote-unquote uber powerful form that comes out whenever you use your dry forms a certain amount of times. Now, what are the bad things about this dry form? Only that, you know, you can't block, you can't heal yourself, you're by yourself, you can't revert, and you can't heal yourself. You can't heal yourself, and you can't heal yourself. Did I mention that you can't heal yourself? Yeah, that's probably one of the worst things about this form. Now, whether you love this form or you hate it, you have to admit, this was pretty damn annoying when you wanted to use Master Form, Limit Form, Wisdom Form, or Valor Form, and you got this crappy ass form instead. This form, I don't even know why it's here. You don't even get experience, you don't get anything good from it. It's just there to literally piss you off. This form is pretty much instant death unless you are super skilled with it. But, so yeah, I know for a fact that I'm not alone when I say that this form is completely suckish and that this game mechanic shouldn't even have existed in the first place. Alright, super boss time, let's go, I'm ready, bring it Julius, and alright, bring it on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Aw shit, I'm running out of time, For those of you that don't know what that little time bar is, let me introduce to you the drop system. Pretty much what the drop system is, it's a system in Dream Drop Distance where the game practically forces you to switch characters between Sora and Riku. And in fact, you can't beat some of these worlds until you beat one world with both Sora and Riku. Now, the concept by itself isn't really that bad, but here's one thing I don't like about it. You are literally on a time limit when you play as each character. That is bullshit. We should not have a limited amount of time to play as one of our favorite characters. That is sadistic. That is just not right. But wait, it gets worse. You guys want to hear the worst part of this? In case the time limit isn't bad enough for you, let me tell you the worst part of it. Let's say you did a certain amount of damage to a boss before you dropped in the middle of that boss fight. Oh hey Jock, no worries, right? We could just damage him and he'll still maintain the damage that he had before we dropped, right? Nope. Guess what? If you drop in the middle of that boss fight and you drop back again, guess what? He comes back fully healed and the battle starts all over again. That is sadistic. We should never ever ever have to go through that bullshit in the Kingdom Hearts game. What in fuck's name were you thinking, Square? You know something, guys? To me, the drop system is actually the #1 most annoying game mechanic out there. But I will admit that it is not the worst. Because even though that whole boss healing himself after you drop in the middle of the fight thing is bullshit, you can also prevent yourself from dropping by using items anyway. However, this next game mechanic, you can't escape from. It is stuck with you throughout the whole entire game. You have to deal with all of the flaws that it has. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about by now, and in all honesty, what were you expecting? Did you guys seriously think that this wasn't going to make the countdown? So here we go, the #1 worst game mechanic in the history of Kingdom Hearts that I'm sure almost everybody absolutely despises.
Along the road ahead lies something you need. However, in order to claim it, you must lose something that is dear to you.
Yep, we all knew this was coming. Where do I possibly begin with this? I mean, there is so many dang things wrong with this card system in this whole entire game. I guess we'll start with the fact that it is very, 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 very tedious for you to come up with the right cards to put in your deck. And sometimes when you even want to put certain cards in your deck, you have to level up like 3 or 4 levels or remove some cards from your deck just so you can put it in your deck. That's bullshit right there. And I'm pretty sure that is one of the main reasons why everybody hates this game, is because they don't like leveling up so they can put certain cards in their deck. That's one reason. Another reason is, well, it takes away from the traditional Kingdom Hearts feel. I mean, in the first Kingdom Hearts game, you can go around, hammer the attack button, dodge roll, heal yourself, cast magic whenever you wanted to, heal yourself with MP. Here, you can't do that. You can't simply hammer the attack button because the enemy can easily card break you with ease. They can card break you with ease, especially if you are fighting the bosses later on in the game. They're not exactly pushovers. And probably one of the #1 things that bugs me the most is when you try to heal yourself. When you try to heal yourself and you get card broken, unless you are super lucky, you are going to die. Now yes, I am completely 110% aware that there is an enemy card that does give you Leaf Bracer. Now I finally know why I want to level up in Wonderland. But here's the problem with this. In fact, I take that back. This is the #1 problem that I have with this game. It's too fucking random. I mean, sometimes you'll get all the uber powerful cards with high values early on in the game, and other times you will absolutely never get it. See, that is the main problem with this card system. It is just too damn random. Sometimes you can go throughout the whole entire game with really shitty cards because that's what the game decided to give you. Believe it or not, that has happened to me on more than one occasion. And if that's not enough, also when you want to use support abilities such as Auto Life, Fire Boost, Leaf Bracer, Second Chance, even though Second Chance sucks in this game, and stuff like that, you can only use it one at a time per battle, given if you have the card in your deck. I mean, if you thought that the panel system was limiting, take a look at this shit. This shit limits you so goddamn much beyond belief. You literally have to rely on CP a lot. This system is just flat out ridiculous. Even though I don't hate it as much as people, as other people do. In fact, in all honesty, I kind of find this system kind of fun, but even I will admit that this system is flat out ridiculous and it takes quite a bit of getting used to. And when I first played this game, it was just ridiculous and I never thought I would touch this game again. So yes, I will admit, this is by far the worst game mechanic in the whole entire series, due to the fact that you stay with it throughout the whole entire game, and it has just way too many goddamn flaws. I can go on and on and on about all the flaws that this damn system has, but if I did that, I would be here for like a good 3 or 4 hours because there is that many flaws. So I'm just gonna leave it at this. The card system is by far the #1 worst game mechanic in the history of Kingdom Hearts, unless Kingdom Hearts 3 comes up with something to pass it up, though I seriously doubt that. Anyway guys, that's gonna have to do it for my top 10 countdown. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hammer, smash, and stab that like button and subscribe of course. And I will see you guys next time for the next countdown, which will be top 10 hardest storyline bosses. See you guys later. Be safe. Itterashai.